Hello, welcome back to my farmhouse sewing room. So today I wanted to show you the latest quilt that I've got going on in here. I did give a little sneak peek in my last video. I am not sure if I showed it in the last two, but I've actually got the Lori Holt Flower Farm Girl truck started. This is amazing, and I told you that I was going to do it in the red velvet, and I think the last video I gave everybody a peek of just the cab that I had done, the girl, and the row of flowers. So I got the rest of the truck put together, and you can see it's a really big quilt. When it gets bordered, I think it's going to be a really great size. The finished size in the book, she has it as finished as 78.5 by 90.5, so that's a pretty good size. So anyway, I've got it started, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about it. I got the velvet truck. Velvet was very tough to work because I've got little velvet fuzz balls all over my sewing room, and I finally got them cleaned up. I did the fender and the running rail in a red cotton fabric, the wheels in black. These little flowers in my wheels were just some leftover scraps in my scrap bin, and I fussy cutted them out around the flowers because I thought it would be really fitting for the Flower Girl truck. I did the back of the truck in some batiks, which I thought were really fitting. I love the little girl's hat. It's kind of like a pleather material. The rest of it is all cotton. The bee was some scraps that I had left over, and this little fuzzy stuff here on the bee is actually a little piece of chenille that I picked up at a garage sale a few years ago, and it was a chenille quilt top, or like one of them chenille tops, not like a quilt, but it was like a top, and it was pretty ragged, and the lady sold it to me for really cheap and figured I could use it for sewing. But yeah, I've incorporated it in a lot of different things, but I thought it would give the bee some really nice soft textures because the red velvet truck has some nice texture. So the next thing that I'm going to get started for on this quilt is the flower blocks that are going to be below the truck. And a lot of the flower blocks will be the 12-inch blocks, and then I have some 6-inch blocks. So I have my book here, and I'm going to do my quilt a little bit different than what Lori Holt has in her book. She has all flowers in a watering can that finish up this truck. And I am going to incorporate a beehive because I think it would be really cool because it is a bee truck. The beehive is in the Vintage Farm Girl 2 book, and I'm also going to incorporate my goat. Gilbert is my goat, and if you haven't seen any of my other videos, I did do a video with, I went out to the barn and fed the chickens and the goat, but I really should get some more videos of Gilbert out because he is a real character. I've had him since he was a baby, probably 3 to 4 weeks old. I don't know. He was supposed to be bottle fed, but he never wanted a bottle. He was an independent. But he was the size of my schnauzers when we got him, and he was just so adorably and cute, and now he's like this big old thing, but he's still our baby. So this is the block that I'm going to incorporate in my flower patch. Very much like Gilbert, and in this block is in the Lori Holt Vintage 2 Farm Girl book. And the original block had a little baby chick on the back, which I didn't really care. You know, I didn't want the chicken in my flower patch. I just wanted Gilbert. And the original block had goat horns. Gilbert is hornless, so I deleted the horns on the goat, and I tried to make it as lifelike as my little Gilbert, incorporating his little body with flowers. So I think he's going to really fit in the flower patch. And like I said, there is a watering can that goes in this flower patch, which I think is very fitting. She has it in the book. So I'll be incorporating that along with the goat and a beehive, and then the rest of it is going to be these big, beautiful flowers, and she has a lot of different ones. So the next block I'm going to work on is the zinnia block, and I'm going to go through a video and show you how I do that. I've already got the pieces cut out, and I've got tons of scrap fabric, which is really, it doesn't take much for scrap fabrics. You just have to match them up and make them colorful. But the next row calls for 4 12-inch blocks and 4 6-inch blocks. In the 6-inch blocks, you stack them together into a 4-patch to make a 12-inch block. So there'll be lots of little flowers and big flowers, and of course, you know, some whimsical things in there like the goat and the flowering can and the beehive. I think this quilt is going to be amazing. So I'm hoping that you will come along with me with all my videos and watch as how I put this thing together. It's going to be great. I do have a ton of quilts to quilt on my quilter. The last quilt top that I did was the On the Farm quilt. I have the top already. I just haven't gotten around to get some backing for it because it is pretty good size. I haven't measured it. I really need to measure it, but I need to get the back on that, and I would really love to show you when I get that on the quilter or the quilting machine, and show you what we do with that quilt. That quilt is amazing, and I really love it. So I'm a busy girl here at the farmhouse, so stick around and I will show you how I put together the zinnia blocks for this wonderful flower farm girl truck. Alright, so stay with me. And if you like my videos, please like and subscribe. I'll talk to you soon. Check back.